Hello everyone, my name is DJ. Welcome to another video. In today's video, basically, recently, maybe about a week ago, I uploaded a video which was filming a Merseyside police incident which happened outside my house. And then in the comment section, I got a lot of comments as to a lot of views at the same time, because that's probably a common search result. Merseyside police or police incident or something like that. Essentially, one of the comments... Before I start this video, I'd just like to say that the account which left those comments was actually hacked. So please do not reply to the comments on the previous video which they left, and do not comment on their videos on their channel, because it will go to the rightful owner who is actually innocent. So this video is specifically directed towards those hackers. Back to the video. Basically, they were talking about how people who have committed great offences have gotten away with crimes, and in comparison to someone that was potentially just having a party, they should be sending police officers to the people that have committed much greater crimes as opposed to someone who's just running away from a party. After that comment, they started asking me if I should be the ones to catch them. So I've got some key points here. Most of the words which are popping up on screen are going to have letters which are censored and scribbled over. They may seem like innocent words, but YouTube's system doesn't like it and they can take it down. If I was making money, which I'm not, they could demonetize it, and basically there's a high chance that I will get in trouble for it from YouTube. So that's why some of the letters in the words are going to be blurred out. Some key points I've got is that he's at the receiving end of someone else's actions, because this is going to be bleeped out, but he said that he ring, and I didn't swear there. For any of my old teachers that are watching the videos from high school, that was not a swear word. Or my grandmother, if my grandmother's watching this, I wasn't cursing or anything like that. It was simply because of the fact that YouTube doesn't like to listen to those words. Oh yeah, right, you're gonna hear bleeps. None of them are swear words, but basically, I'm reading from what his comments are saying. You'll see them on screen anyway. He's saying he's being good, and he mentions me and my lads, which indicates that he has children. It says that he's being mind controlled by John Gott, and he's mentioned Sue Bennett and social services, and he swore again. They control kids through phones and games, consoles. He's saying he's being injured and old. He's mentioned areas throughout Wirral where criminals live, and he's threatened that if I don't personally catch them, he will go and catch them himself. He mentions a Dr. John Savage. I should be able to say these things because I'm reading them off of a comment. The Privacy Act, by the way, it associates with the General Data Protection Act, which means, for example, if I worked in the council or anything like that, I can't go online and then like read off information which is from private documentation of where people live and all that. This is what he's saying. So this information is publicly accessible because it's in the comment section of my previous video. I'll probably show that on screen right now just as evidence that it's on there, and you can go back and look at it yourself if you want to, but I mean there's always the chance that he may have removed them. The fact that he uses the word lads, which indicates he has more than one child, clearly a lot of bad things have been happening to him, and like he said, he's been on the receiving end of them. But it's the only part which confuses me is the fact that he's accusing me of doing these things. I have never spoken to this individual whatsoever. As soon as I saw the first comment, I was like, it's similar to a lot of other comments, because they're talking about why aren't the police dedicating their time to arresting criminals which have done much more worse offences, which is understandable, but this is just my personal opinion. If someone's running away from a party which the police have turned up, I don't know if they were there to, if it was a party, I don't know if the police were there to try and arrest people for breaking the lockdown rules at the time, or they were just telling everyone to leave. But regardless, if it was the most peaceful way they could have done it and it was just telling people to leave, if somebody runs away from a party, I mean, that's going to be deemed as suspicious anyway, because you're probably thinking from a police officer's perspective, if they have nothing to hide, then why are they running away from police? So, I mean, I don't know what the outcome was. I haven't checked. There may be some documentation of it online on, like, I don't know, it works on Merseyside Police's website or something like that. I don't know. I've probably, if you requested it, you could probably get the information of the incident via that way, but it depends on whether they let you do it or not. I personally don't need to look at it. I don't really have any reason to look at it. But if you guys ever want to do that, then feel free to do that. I'll read off my notes. This is just key points of what he's accused me of, what he said. It's simplified what's happening to him, except I've basically made it so that I don't have to bleep any of his words out. I've changed it so that it's not in a way that YouTube's going to listen to words and then they get angry. For example, I bleep that out now. It's a word which people can probably say normally in school, in conversation, without teachers getting angry, but YouTube have more strict rules because of the probably because of copper that was brought out. If any children are watching the video, then it's so that they don't end up hearing words that they're probably not supposed to hear, or words which aren't necessarily positive words, and they relate to very, very bad things. So I'm not going to risk it, basically. He's at the receiving end of someone else's actions. He keeps on saying that he's I'll probably bleep that word out. He's not happy about other people who break the law that have committed much worse offences, which honestly I can agree with that, but I know being at a party or hosting a party during lockdown may seem minuscule compared to, let's say, someone who's did someone. I will have had to bleep that word out. But at the end of the day, the law's the law. I'm not too sure. Maybe they might be, I think it's because they got more funding. I'm not too sure. But the police have got to do a job. They will arrest people that murder people, and they will arrest people that host parties in the middle of lockdown that breach law. Well, basically, they'll arrest people that run away from what seems like a situation that you wouldn't really need to run away from. But obviously, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. It's completely fine. I'm not here to make people angry. He wants someone to catch or arrest these people who have broken the law. Honestly, I'm in full agreement there. People who have anyone else or who has done horrible crimes, they deserve to be punished and put in prison. If there's no evidence that they've done something like that, then they'll get away with it. But yeah, I am in agreement with that. People, like, for example, I'll have to censor that are living in Wirral and all over Merseyside. Yeah, they obviously deserve to be arrested as well, and the police will, I don't know if they do or not. I mean, generally, that's what they get paid for. If they don't do it, then I think they should be doing it. If they're not doing it, I'm not too sure. People have to tell me in the comment section. Yeah, I do think they should be arrested and sent to prison as well. It's not like I want them to be free or anything. I want them to be arrested, as would a lot of other people do. I've written him a note. He had children of his own and wants to look out for them. And I don't know how old his children are. I respect this individual fully, but if you're going to accuse me of doing crimes which I haven't committed and he's insulted me, then I'm not here to insult you back. I just want you to know that I haven't done anything wrong. I want to ask why you think I've done something wrong. I'm a 16-year-old child who's literally done a random video because I heard shouting. But they were doing the national clap thing on a Thursday for the NHS because of I would have to bleep that out. I filmed it, uploaded it. Surprisingly, it got more views than I thought. It got more attention, which, like I said before, means more comments come in. And then the comments weren't all necessarily positive. A lot of them were against the police, saying that it's a minuscule crime in comparison to people that have done, substantially worse crimes, which is understandable, but everyone gets the same treatment. Whether it's a little crime or a large crime, everyone will get arrested for it if they do those crimes. Hopefully, these people that have committed more substantial crimes do get arrested in the future, because based on a lot of the comments, a lot of these people are actually getting away with these things. For example, ex-police officers that were other family members. It's bad stuff and they should be punished for it, and hopefully they will be in the future. If people talk to the police about it more, hopefully they'd be more inclined to actually deal with something like that and deal with those situations. He wants to expose me for crimes which I don't have a clue I've committed, when he's already said they were done by other people, which he did list. He mentioned a John Gott, I think it was, a Susan Bennett. He's listed all the people which have committed these bad crimes, or people which he's on the receiving end from, and then he then goes on to insult me and then says that I'm the one who's inflicting these crimes. I'm implying that he thinks that I'm the one who's inflicting these crimes with him. I'm not too sure, but he already said they were committed by other people, and at the same time he insulted me, and I'm not too sure. I mean, I don't know if he thinks I'm like a representative or media thingy for the police, but I'm not too sure. He's saying that what I've done to him isn't human, which, well, that means it's really bad, whatever I've done to him, when I literally do not know what he's referring to. I literally do not know what he was referring to. It's as simple as that. His comments appeared. I saw one, I think I replied to it. So yeah, I said, I'll share this on screen as a screenshot. I'll read it out loud to you whilst it's on screen. So I said, what did he do to these people, in brackets, John Gott? What he committed, and they let him get away with it. I was just genuinely wondering, because he mentions getting away with me. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of bleeps in this video. I was asking him what exactly he was referring to, because it was a random comment, and that's fine. I liked and hearted it. I wanted him to be able to get the notification for it so he could reply and then talk to me about it. And then he didn't reply.